Hey, you guys. We are halfway through. Holy moly. I am so happy that you're here. I wore my special shirt today because we are magic. And I just love this week. So this week is all about spiritual maintenance. So it's almost like a recap week. I know we've learned so much over the past 5 weeks. So this week we're really gonna look at all of those tools, pick and choose the ones we want, and then create our own unique spiritual maintenance program for ourselves, which is awesome. Okay, so we are gonna talk about commitment to our program, consistency with it, accountability, and then grace and gratitude. So we are like a car, okay? And that's why spiritual maintenance, that term, I just love it so much. Because imagine a car. You have to put gas in it, make sure the battery's working, change the oil, turn the headlights off, wash it. So many things in order for it to work properly, right? And consistently, regularly, we have to make sure everything's working for our car to work properly and not just one day break down on us. Right? We're the same way with our spiritual program. So in order to be calm, grounded, centered, patient, loving, we have to make sure that we're practicing our own tools to maintain our own spiritual maintenance. And that's what this week's all about. So first and foremost, consistency. So let's look at all of the previous 5 weeks and then see what tools resonated with you. Which tools worked for you? Which did you love that maybe you just haven't been using or you forgot about? The ones that didn't, throw them away. I'm just offering a giant plethora of tools that you get to pick and choose from. And then maybe you have your own tools that you love that I didn't talk about. So it's your own collection of tools for your own toolbox to create this beautiful spiritual maintenance program according to you. So week 1, we talked about physical self-care. Then we talked about our relationship with our body and really having that gratitude for our vessel. Then stillness and solitude. Then we went into managing our thoughts and then setting intentions. So which of those, I fully believe something within those categories is really important, but you can tweak it, you can play with it. Or like I said, maybe you have your own tool that you like instead. So just find the tools that you want to use and commit to them. These are them, okay? Then we need to talk about consistency. So we have to commit to being consistent with them. As I mentioned with the car, I can't just decide, I don't want to put my gas in my tank anymore. Or it wouldn't work very well, right? Like we can't make those decisions. And just like our spiritual practice, we have to be really consistent. So the tools that you choose, make a commitment to them daily, okay? So you're gonna create your program of the tools that you want and you're gonna use them every day. And then we have accountability. We have to be accountable to the tools as well, accountable to ourselves, all right? So that's what this whole program is about, creating the program that works for us, using it every day, being accountable to it, which means revisiting it, self-evaluation, where are areas for growth, where are we slipping a little bit, where are we doing awesome? So kind of taking that, I like inventory better than evaluation, that inventory of how are we doing with our spiritual maintenance program. So it does take humility because we have to be willing to look at ourselves and think, where am I falling short? Where could I be doing better? So being able to really take a deep look into how we're doing, how are we being, how are we showing up in the world according to our spiritual maintenance program, right? So commitment, consistency, accountability, those are super 3 important things for your program. And then finally, grace and gratitude. So as we take that inventory, as we're being accountable to ourselves, we're gonna feel disappointed because when we let ourselves down or when we don't take care of ourselves, which is going to happen, it is inevitable, we are imperfect. But when that happens, give yourself so much grace. Grace. Forgive yourself. There is no shame in our love game. It does not belong here. It is not allowed here. We need to really be gracious with ourselves and be grateful for the awareness. So without awareness, there's no growth. If we don't have awareness around where we mess up or when we fall short or opportunities for growth, if we don't have awareness, we can't change. So being grateful for the awareness is so, so important. And just for everything that we've done. So look back at the last 5 weeks, everything that you've done, all the tools that you've tried, maybe some that you're still using. Even if it hasn't sunk in, or maybe you just watch the videos but you haven't done any of it yet, that's fine too. We're planting seeds. It's all a process. We all have it our own way, a different way, unique to ourselves. So grace and gratitude are so, so, so important. It might be one of the most important things for the spiritual journey because it's so easy to seek and search and want to be perfect in the spiritual world as well. So just being aware of, I'm right where I'm supposed to be, I'm learning, I'm growing, and being grateful for everything that we've done along this path. So I love you. This week is amazing. I wish you a beautiful, incredible, life-altering week 6 as you create your own spiritual program. So again, find those tools that work for you, create the program that works for you, use it every day. And as I've said before, this is not a spiritual to-do list. It's how can you incorporate this spiritual maintenance practice into your daily life when you're already doing other things. So it doesn't have to be 1 hour every day for my spiritual maintenance program. It's how can you incorporate this into your life? And the reason I call it a program is just to make sure that you have some way to be accountable and consistent to know how you're doing, right? So you can call it whatever you want, but it's just creating some type of structure so that you can, again, revisit that, take that inventory, and see how you're doing so that you can propel your own growth, okay? So I love you. Have a beautiful week. So grateful to be on this journey with you. I will see you in week 7, okay?